Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 11. Okay, we have an actual first professional match of
that's
Ippos.
right.
Okay, and he's going to be fighting Oda.
Yes,
indeed. The one that we had a really good episode previously on kind of establishing his character and
motivations, his flaws.
Why he's going to lose also, too. I think
and why we should care.
And why we should care. Yes, that's a great point. Yeah. And I like that Hajime no Ippo as a show really goes into these characters' stories, like makes them to be more than just stepping stones for Ippo to kind of move along.
They're not all mashibas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So looking forward to this fight and to kind of what this means for the characters moving forward. So without further ado, let's get into this. Ow. Itsune aiga kimi ni Ishun no hikari o kuteru. Yeah, I no yume o mite rolling go. Hani mo kagezu ni ima o ikuru dake no oku o saseteru street song. I want to dive lost in mind. I want to dive lost in mind. I want feeling. Fitsumo. I want to dive lost in mind. I want to dive lost in mind. Why? I want to dive feeling over. We say no. I got kimi ni Ishun no hikari o kuteru. Yeah, I no yume o mite rolling go. Oh yeah,
here we go.
What if all that opening was actually just from this match? Like that's just all it was, yeah?
Could be,
yeah.
They whited out the face of the person he was uppercutting, so.
Oh man, look at our boy here.
He's built.
He's squared up.
Yep.
Oh. Awesome. Nice. Oh, she looks so good. I love the presentation with the voice. Maganochi Ippo! Miata! Hey! Nice!
For some reason, he looked pale.
It was just the lighting.
Probably.
Yeah. Ah! Nodding, no.
Yeah.
Instead of saying like he's
forever. Yeah.
Right.
Acknowledging that he is right now.
Yes. Ah! The bigger man wins! Oh my god! Immoral support!
Yes.
Okay, he's hungry. He's hungry. Oh, here we go. Nice.
Okay.
Ooh, big hit. All right.
Yeah, still compared to Miata, it's probably pretty slow.
Right. Whoa! Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh!
Ooh!
Oh! Yep, yep. Nice, nice. Oh, they're talking about vigor right after he had been told, like, hey, big dick, yeah.
Yeah,
you got
exactly.
Awesome. Mindset, here we go. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh! Nice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep, yep. Jeez.
Wow.
They're not really guarding well. They're just kind of trading blows here.
Just beating the crap out of each other.
Oh. Oh! Oh, dang!
He's taking him really well, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that lifted him off his feet.
Wow. This guy's a monster for taking all that and just, like, getting up within a couple seconds, you know? I mean, he's not all the way up, but... Oh. All right. Oh, he can tell. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's praying for him.
Yep.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Whoa! Oh my god! What happened?
Oh, it's a bleeder.
Well, why'd they stop? Just because it's bleeding? They have to check to see if he, Oh.
幸い筋膜までは達していないようだし、とりあえず再開するが、また傷口が開くようなら即座に中止だ。いいね。はい。よし、氷袋用意しとけ。
Quick clot. Nice.
Okay.
That's good. There you go.
Wow.
He's a little superstitious, you know, with that as well. All right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, his legs. Wow. All right, I like this added element of tension.
Yep. Is he doing
What are you doing? Card reading. Yep, yep. And that could open up the wound faster if he irritates his,
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's opened up again. Get underneath, get underneath, get underneath.
Yeah.
He's turning his left away, which restricts his ability to block. But oh my god!
Okay.
That's awesome!
Alright.
Yes! Oh.
Well, right, yeah.
Because your footing is all off. Yeah. Oh, crap. Good, good, yes. Oh! Nice! Just keeping the jabs going.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Keeping him disoriented and... No way.
He fell. Oh. You have to call that, ref. He's down.
He's down, yeah.
Oh, no way. He's unconscious.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Wow!
Awesome!
That was awesome! Oh, I thought we were gonna get some, like, our first hatred of refs, you know, like, initially, but... He's out. Oh, okay, he's back. Yeah, you did well, buddy. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Nice, nice. Twitch. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, yeah. New fans, new fans.
Yep, yep.
Oh! Oh, that's true. Does Miata know the number? He's able to follow them all. He's like, there were 12 of them. Like, yep.
Cool.
Third round, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Nice.
All right. Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh. Yes! She saw the real you again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah!
Okay, good!
Yeah!
Awesome!
Yeah!
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, he's gonna cry!
Yeah.
Oh.
And he thanks him like Ippo thanked him. Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Good stuff, Yusuke. Sundari Grandpa. Oh! Awesome.
Ippo's just like...
It was like, yeah, okay. Takamura?
Yeah.
You must be incredible underneath that innocent face. Yeah, now Takamura, tell him that thing you're... Ah, look how sulking he is on the left! Oh!
And he's just trembling.
Yeah. Ah! Yes! 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 Do
I guess a picture's worth 1,000 words.
I love how Takamura is like, you think he's like, I'm embarrassed because he's getting all the attention, but it's all like, no, why are you demasculating this, emasculating this guy? He is a monster.
He is a monster of gargantuan proportion.
Because back when they had the shower scene back when...
His was pixelated, some, but then Ippo's was like pixels everywhere.
But they're both pixelated pretty, ratio-wise and stuff, but the big thing was that... they gave animal sounds for them, and I misinterpreted them and made it think that Takamura's is the big one. But Ippo got like an elephant trumpet when his skin was like... and I was just like, oh! So in rewatching, I figured it out, and I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Thankfully, the people on Discord pointed me in that direction, which is hilarious to think about, because they don't want to be misconstrued. They're like, hey! No, Takamura, he got, like, regular dick, but Ippo, he got, like, elephant dick, I just love that this show finds it an important element of the plot to bring up.
After all, Ippo's drill will pierce the heavens.
Puts a whole new meaning to Ippo being like the master of jabs, if you know what I'm saying. Like
that old weaving bob.
Right?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Uppercut! Okay.
That was a great episode.
That was a good episode.
And before we get into discussing the episode...
Yes.
Battle Lines is available for pre-order in case you didn't know that. So, link in the description, you can get it there.
Check it out.
There is an option for a signed copy, and that option expires on Groundhog's Day. So, make sure to get on that. But yeah, this episode, they did the fight, they did it all in one episode. It was amazing. They had us cheering for both sides and worried about both sides.
Yeah.
Ippo still won, but it was like, it was a close one. It was a clincher.
Yep.
Not like, he wasn't the one that did the clinching, but
Right.
Yeah. Wow, that was awesome.
But Oda, so he ends up getting into a situation where he really could have won by technical knockout, which is cool because I had always mixed up in my head what TKO meant. I knew what KO meant, but I forgot that technical knockout was what it meant. I thought it had something to do with time. So now that I know that, I just got inferred like some more new stuff about boxing that I didn't know. But then also the whole Southpaw thing was a fun little twist, meaning that I understood why he was doing it.
Right.
But I also understood not only that, but I understood why his punches were so weak because his footwork was all wrong when he was trying to, usually rotate his hips and stuff into the punches.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that at that angle, which is again really cool. So fight was really well handled. You can definitely see that this is an older anime at this point because they have, certain reused animations and stuff. But when it got down into the actual mechanics of the fight and as to how it, went down, like
it felt very fluid and like easy to follow and
But it felt unique.
Yes.
It didn't feel like any of the other boxing matches we've had thus far, even the sparring matches and stuff. Like it felt different.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I was primarily the most worried about going into the show, is that every boxing match is going to start to feel a little bit repetitive.
Just sort of we'll all hit each other until one of us falls down kind of a thing. But yeah, they really didn't do that here.
Right. Mostly because of the technical limitations of animation back at that time. But
they did just fine.
No real issue here.
I mean, it's Madhouse.
Yeah, no real issue with that. It was really powerful seeing Ippo coming in fully physical and wide and broad and just ready to go.
And long and thick. And
yeah, and specifically with him being in some ways the newbie who's also not the challenger, if that makes sense. Because in some ways, we all considered Oda the challenger because he had gone through like a 3-loss losing streak or something like that. Like he had recently been losing his way essentially. So he trained up again for this fight, whereas Ippo had been consistent for 3 months or something like that, or longer.
Well, even though technically Ippo was the challenger because this was his first fight.
No. I know that. I'm saying that to us as the audience, Ippo didn't feel like the challenger because he actually was coming into this prepared for the long haul. In fact, he's got his eyes set on someone so far beyond Oda that it doesn't even feel like he can lose here.
And they did a really good job of keeping the conflict tense with the whole bleeder right side, because the thing is how they set this up. What I thought they were doing with giving Oda the backstory and stuff and the motivation and everything was to make it be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to care for this guy because we know he's going to lose. So we're doing this as a way to make us care about it, so that way we're still emotionally invested in the fight. Totally get that. And if they'd wanted to do that and have that be it, they totally could have, and it would have been fine, right?
Yeah, and that's for the most part what they did. But
that's for the most part what they did. But then by adding that extra bit in there, it's like, oh, okay, gotcha. So Ippo could lose here, and on like a technical thing, that would just absolutely suck for the first match, right? Yeah. Especially when he's been putting in all this work. So but they could do it. You know, it wouldn't feel like completely just sort of undercutting everything that had happened up till this point. Yeah,
and it's something that reminds us that boxing, while it is a physical endeavor, it is also something that has a lot of mental gaming to it.
Yes.
You can essentially strike your opponent in such a way, with maybe a lucky punch or maybe a calculated hit, to try and end the match earlier in your favor. I like also that, you know, this match ended before the rounds were all over, so they weren't counting punches hit and stuff like that, like the point system and stuff.
Okay.
Which is something that I know they're going to have to bring up at some level.
Right.
And that's something that Ippo would have won on. Like, he would have won by points if they continued at this rate. I believe so.
Yeah.
But what's cool here is by putting this in, we essentially restrict what would have been, in my opinion, the proper tactic, which would have been don't go for a KO. His stamina is going to give out, and it is giving out. Just drag this all through all 4 rounds. Keep staying on your own. Keep delivering punches and stuff, and you will win eventually.
And I like how they brought in the idea of basically Ippo did the thing that Oda normally would do, of sort of getting a little bit cocky and being like, all right, KO, let's go. And then he ended up literally overextending and slipped, and that almost cost him the match, you know.
Yeah. Now, did he slip, or did he go for some really accentuated dodge and he ended up getting knocked down, or not knocked down, but getting kind of slightly struck a little bit because he hit the soft patch here.
It felt like it didn't fully connect because of what he was doing, right? So his body moved in a way that he didn't expect.
Right.
And then that caused it to be a glancing blow, you know, sort of just a grazing, as opposed to a full-on just, you know, punch to the face.
Because it seems like that area of the face would get cut a lot, actually, because it's a really soft patch of skin, but there's also a lot of stuff underneath here and here. So,
I think,
and you kind of aim, I guess, for the jaw or the cheekbone.
Right, but as long as it's connecting, as long as it's not a partial hit, you know, then it wouldn't really do as much.
It wouldn't do that much
because it's distributing it over a much larger area, as opposed to this, where it's like, you know, it's like in Smash Bros. When you hit them with only the tip of Marth's sword and they just. But yeah.
I mean, and then Miyata being there at the game adds a whole level to the rivalry, in that Miyata takes him seriously, but is also like, okay, let's see how he's learned, what he's capable of at this point. And it's also building up that Miyata is a way bigger beast than Ippo could even handle right now.
Right, and that Ippo truly did just beat him by like a bit of luck.
Right, and that might be the reason why that, you know, Ippo, you know, did so well against Miyata in the actual gym, was because of luck, but also because of the added kind of social pressure of being a sparring match. But when it's in a professional match, Miyata won't feel any of that. There will be there will be like, okay, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to take you down.
I'm going to take you seriously from the beginning.
Right. This is my turf now.
Right. Yeah. And I just got to say, the fact that Takamura at the beginning of the match to make Ippo just chill out was like,
don't worry, the bigger man always wins. And it's just like,
your dog is huge.
What a crude best bro. Like, you know those guys where it's like, man, they have no filter, but they mean well.
You know what that reminds me of?
Yeah,
it reminds me of Mako.
Yes, you're right.
Get naked. Your boobs are way better than hers. You know.
That's kind of true.
I know. I saw him. You know.
I guess then Mako might have taken some cues from Takamura. Who knows?
I absolutely believe that she would be the type of character to do
it's
that.
very possible, yeah. Another yeah. Cool little element there is the chief's little superstition and also secret medicine for that was really funny. I love that it basically shows that he takes this very seriously, but not only does he take it seriously, he's been in maybe so many matches, he kind of has gone a little crazy with this whole thing.
Do you know what it reminded me of?
What?
It reminded me of when you're at like a restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And if you've ever worked at a restaurant, then you see all of the horrifying things that actually happen behind the scenes at a restaurant, right? But the thing is, there will almost always be that one person who's really old and has been there for forever, like more than the owner, more than anybody, right? Mm-hmm. And everything is basically running on their spit and elbow grease. Like,
it's weird, but it's true.
Like, basically, all their little hacks and things that they do to keep things running and jury-rigged when it all should have fallen apart a long time ago.
Especially the family home kind of Bruin restaurants, where it's not a franchise or
where it can get
where it is really nasty and that you don't want to go back there. So yes, that's a great point.
So the idea of him just doing, like he has all these specific things, and then he's like, and the magic touch.
We need to go. Yeah. We need I need someone that can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can find the go. Oh, good, I can do this. So they win. Mm-hmm. It feels so good to Ippo.
Yep.
He just doesn't know what to do with himself. And what I like about this is there's a really good feeling about winning that I think we don't really talk about nowadays. Like, it feels really good to win.
Yeah.
And it's okay to celebrate winning.
Well, yeah.
Like really,
mm-hmm.
like this is
important. It's super important.
This is something that I think is really important, is like in the day of social media where we have the ability to share, everything, anything, and in some ways lie about what we're sharing. People are in some ways oversaturated with everyone's hashtag winning, and because it's in some ways a lot of it is false. But in this, there's something very wholesome in that it's just, at least for the most part, it's just the squad of him experiencing the celebration of winning.
Right.
But then they go out to a bar with some pretty girls, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna brag on Ippo. He won, and
with he's not big dick energy.
He's not doing the bragging.
Nope.
He's not doing the bragging. If anything, he's so swept up in the feeling. He's like, whoa, this is crazy. Right. And the person who we could have thought Takamura would be like, I want some action with the girls. And stuff.
Yeah.
No, he doubles down and brags even harder on Ippo, and yes, crosses some boundaries, of course, but still, I love that. I love that celebrating victories shouldn't just be a thing of like, ooh, I had a victory, I had a really cool thing where winning, show it on social media and stuff. Shouting out other people's wins.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, this big thing that they did, like, just lifting other people up like that. It's very wholesome. And yes, sometimes people do it in really dumb ways that they may not like and stuff.
But that's like, I feel like that's the kind of thing where it's like the
problem.
The family dysfunction kind of a thing, where you've got those like quirky family members, and to anyone else it's like, oh my god, who are these people? But you're like, they're my people. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
But it does me some wholesome good, because I love seeing friends in the story that you wouldn't have considered to be friend. It doesn't make sense really that Takamura is friends with Ippo. Like, if you think about it, they're so different, and they're like, so much different in age.
It has the pseudo father figure aspect because he brought him into this, but it's not that.
It's not.
They're very much peers. Like, even though he's way better than Ippo, they're still peers.
So it's this weird dynamic where he's like the really big brother,
Right.
But I love that Takamura is encouraging Ippo to live it up. That's good.
That aspect, the fact that it kind of has that father figure aspect, but it's also not. It's like the really big brother thing. Works really well for the fact that this is a coming of age story. Because it's one of the ideas of coming of age, right? Is the idea of, okay, you transitioning into adulthood.
Right.
And then there's also the idea of everyone else transitioning you into adulthood and how they treat you and everything. And with the way that Takamura treats Ippo, he from the very beginning, you know, at the beginning he might have been like, hey, you're just some brat, right?
Right.
You know, but once Ippo showed that he was serious, he's like, okay. And then from that point forward, pretty much he was treating Ippo like an adult, right? He might have been messing around with him a little bit occasionally because he's a greenhorn while he's an adult, but you know, but he still celebrates his successes and does a lot of things that it's like, man, if to have someone like that you look up to so much, that does these kinds of things for you, that tells the waitresses about how big your dick is, and says that's not even far enough, that shows them.
Oh boy!
Wow! Yeah,
it's fantastic. There's a lot of wholesomeness to it. There's a lot of hype with it, but I think my favorite thing this episode, in terms of the story, was the talk with Oda, the daughter of the gym coach, and the gym coach himself, basically being like, he stole the thank you from me, that bastard. Yeah, and it's like. That's the right way. If you're insulted, that's the only way you should feel insulted, because it's basically saying, yeah, you should have thanked him for the match, but it's okay. He was just faster on the draw than you. And that's all this match was. He was a little faster on the draw than you. You did well, but there'll be next time.
And he learned. He thanked, like, that was one of the things that I absolutely loved. He didn't just thank, but he also did, you know, the bow and everything. Like,
I like also that it's something where he still expected that he was done here. Because he was thinking about it in terms of performance, and the girl in some ways was like, yeah, you lost, but I still think you should take up boxing. I think she was going to be like, hey, you know, you might not get something with here, but you should go to another gym. It's okay. Like, and if you work hard at this, eventually maybe another gym will take you.
And I think that's kind of the mentality that he also had, and which is important for a shift in his character, that he wasn't saying, give me another chance, right? He's saying, okay, well, if there's there's been a setback here, I'll make it work. Because this is important to me. You know, I'm not going to give up.
I'll have to work hard at it, but that's something that I can do. And the whole thing of, I won't let my daughter, you know, date a bum boxer and stuff like that. The father basically saying, yeah, you're in your head and your heart is in the right place. All right, go to sleep so we can get to training tomorrow. I love how there's all this subtle stuff with also the fact that there's the father-daughter dynamic here. So in some ways, by him saying go to bed, he's like, don't you get in any funny business with my daughter tonight. I have dibs on your body for the next, like, you know, like for the next, like, how much time or whatever. So in some ways he's being like, all right, yeah, you've been really, you know, with my daughter or whatever, but let's get you into tip-top shape.
Save that for after you win.
That reminds me of,
oh boy,
I think they bring that up in Rocky, talking about, hey, no sex, messing with your legs.
That was actually something I really didn't expect. Now you bring it up, the messing with the legs, like the fact that, because he's getting punched in the gut, which of course would hurt, and the way they showed him taking the hits, even though they were very like hard hits, was great. But the fact that it messed with his legs, like, I've never really been in a real fight before.
No, me neither.
So I don't know what that's like, but that's something that I never would have expected, but kind of makes sense now that they mention it, and
the muscles are all connected, so there's that.
And then there's just the
spine,
the breathing, all that stuff, and and that's really cool because it basically shows that the creator knows his stuff, right? It's not just, you know, oh, I wanted to make a show about boxing
because I'm a fan. It's right, like, no, I'm a well-researched fan.
Exactly.
And that's coming from people that, again, we don't know anything about boxing, so we can feel the professionalism in this. I mean, they brought up the leg thing back with Ippo and Miyata, though.
Oh, that's
when
right.
They encountered stuff, because Miyata's legs didn't move when he got hit in the chin slightly.
Right, and I believe Ippo started having trouble too with moving, but it's things like that basically make me know that I'm in good hands, right? Since I know nothing about boxing, and they'll be able to sort of teach me how it works as we go through this awesome journey.
I'm surprised we didn't see Fuji. I'm like, this would have been the perfect time for him to be there if he's keeping an eye on Ippo. Like, where was he in this whole thing? Maybe that's the joke, is that we missed Fuji, and he was actually like in like a briefest like frame glance, and he's just like, you know,
or maybe he's like, oh crap, I wasn't able to go. Okay, it's just his debut match. I'll try. Okay, if I missed this one, it's gonna be fine. He wins by knockout. He won by. He goes into the editor's office. He's like, screw you! I missed out on the best story ever because you had me.
I mean, it's not a big story now.
I know, right?
But what it is that there's probably going to be other journalists or whatever that were there that will go, oh, new up and coming Ippo boxer, and then they'll be going like, oh, that journalist has been keeping an eye on the young talent, and it's like, I saw him first. You know?
I called dibs. Get away.
Yeah. That's part of the thing that I also find really funny here. There's this whole aspect of kind of a different culture of just back then people being a little bit more carefree with their bodies. I'm talking about the pantsing, basically. Like,
oh, sure. Or
like
the fact that Takamura ran in and just picked up the girl by the waist.
Or no, none of that. Like, I mean, yes, that. But I'm saying that it makes sense, actually, in the context of them being all at a gym together, dedicating their bodies to their craft. Essentially, in some ways, they're all giving their bodies up to the gym coach. You know,
exactly.
Like, mold me. Make me, sir, into a lean, mean fighting machine. And he's like, all right, let's do this, you know? And then he's like,
it's going to be tough.
Yeah. And for the next couple of days, I'm going to give you to Takamura over here. And Takamura's just like, you know? Just like, oh, this is my favorite part. I get to break the newbies, you know? I love that aspect of it because there's this bro camaraderie that I think you only really find in maybe like military movies.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Band of Brothers, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh man, if only this was like set later, and then they could do some weird reference where they have Takamura have like David Goggins' book, you know, like by his bedside, you know.
But anyway, guys, this was a lot of fun. This is a great episode. Good first fight for the professional arena of things. If you want to see the next episode's reaction, though, right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.